Oh, hello there. How you doing? What's up, metal dudes? This is Thrash Potato, Fats Potato, once again coming at you with a quick video this time. I like to run through these metal articles all the time. I like to try to keep up on things, and I'm just gonna do a quick one right now, and then I'll do my main video where we check out some amp sims, we throw out some other YouTubers, you know what I mean, this and that. I'm gonna do that tonight, but I wanted to do this quick one right here because I came across a video um, talking about Nita Strauss. You know what I mean? She's talking about how gatekeepers suck, and I just wanted to kind of touch in on it a little bit. Let's check that out real quick. All right, there she goes, Nita Strauss. Metal fans gatekeeping while pop fans just don't. Now I'm not gonna read this freaking like word for word because maybe let's see. As an artist, guitarist, Nita Strauss has managed to dip her feet into pop rock metal works. That's just the that's just the guy writing the article, for sure. It's just letting us know all about her and whatnot and this and that. And I was wondering what she was talking about. She was talking about gatekeeping and whatnot. And it said that she said she had an amazing experience with Demi. Obviously, came from the rock, metal, hard rock, and all that world. And she's so used to fans being up in arms anytime something changes. Okay, all right. And the cool thing she found out. All right, to kind of wrap it up, she was like, oh, Demi Lovato switched up her shit to metal, and her fans just loved it and metal, and her fans just ate it up, loved it, adored it, whatnot. But us, if you switch something up with us, that we're just gonna get the pitchforks and set the things on fire and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? It says the cool thing that she found was that Demi changed her entire lifestyle. She changed her clothing, her musical style. She changed and she reworked, all her huge hits. I was gonna say something else. Sorry. She has a song, "Cool for the Summer," that has billions and billions of views. That she did, like a rock version of it. Threw in a little Metallica for good measure, and her pop fans just loved it. You know what I'm saying? They ate it up. They thought it was the greatest thing since sliced bread. Now my opinion on that is, well, you're talking about pop music. You know what I'm saying? Like you're literally talking about pop music. So that, I mean, these kids are whatever they hear on the radio, they're gonna stamp it for what it is, like it, and move on. You're talking about the same people that listen to like Justin Bieber and stuff. You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of creatives. Excuse me. There's not a lot of creative passion behind it. Like, for example, if she would have in the same article had said that, and by the way, like 6 or 8 different producers wrote that song for her, it would make sense because that's what they do. They're money making machines. Pop is just money making machines. And my offense, and don't get me wrong, Nita's freaking badass. I only wish I had half of her talent. She's a shredding machine. I'm not trying to put her down, but there was just a couple things, like as far as like that music, that pop music. Of course, she paid you. I bet you got paid so much money because you were part of the image that she wanted to. She wanted to go edgy, and what else is she gonna do but find you and you're edgy? You know what I mean? So she's gonna, of course, gravitate to it. And I'm not saying it's a bad experience. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with you doing it. Make that money. I'm not saying it was horrible. I just didn't watch it. I don't care. Who gives a shit? Go have a blast. And then I found out on top of it, you're coming back to Cooper. You know what I'm saying? Right on. So now you can do more shows with the Cooper, and that's where I'm gonna find my interest. But things go on again here just a little bit, and she's talking about how it was beautiful to be part of that evolution, which is not an evolution. Don't get that mixed up. It was an image. She was trying to do something image wise, and you were the same thing as a jacket being put on. Of course, you can't fake metal. You need talent. You know what I'm saying? If you could, then she would have been doing it herself, not standing there looking awkward as shit. Hardly playing. What did she have? A warrior? Was it a warrior or a Kelly or something? You know what I'm saying? If you could fake metal, then she would have faked it, but she couldn't, so she had to dump Nita in there. You know what I'm saying? So you can't fake metal. You either know it, you're trying to learn it, or you don't care. Which is about what this is. And here's so okay. So let me get to the part where she's talking about the gatekeeping, right? Now, all right, she's back to She did that rock version and threw in some Metallica, and the fans loved it. The fans supported her and absolutely screamed their faces off until the end of the show. There was no pushback. There was no, this is not what you're supposed to sound like. This isn't what we signed up for. We want the old Demi back. Try gatekeeping, or yeah, that type of gatekeeping, excuse me, that we see in our type of music. She said, the music that she's more used to. She's talking about rock and metal. She's talking about us. Now, I just wanted to touch on one or two of things. It's almost like, okay, I don't know if you're old enough to remember when Load came out from Metallica. Now, now I'm gonna have to just stick by even what with like Phil Anselmo said. That was pure fucking garbage. Now it's cool. I like it. You listen to it 20, 30 years later. You know what I'm saying? But okay, there used to be a thing in my area called 96.7 K-Cal Rocks. Used to have Stu, Tiffany, and Jimbo in the morning. It was an amazing show. That station was just metal all day, all night. You know what I mean? Or at least heavy stuff. They always threw in some older school freaking like Zeppelin type stuff. It's garbage now. Don't even try listening to it. They got rid of them three, and it's just not worth the shit anymore. But okay, so what they did was they would every hour they would release one of the songs from that album, and like I said, I don't know if you're old enough to remember that or not, or at least when they released that album, but we were all upset. We were pissed. We were like, "What the fuck is this, dude?" You know what I mean? What in the hell? Every time we were like, "Okay, well, let's wait a whole hour because the next song is going to be the one we were looking for." All right, no, all right, the next song, this is the one we were going to be looking for. Never happened. Never freaking happened. And it was just a huge, huge disappointment. You know what I'm saying? And I guess it's like, okay, we know the work that goes into this guitar playing. You know what I'm saying? She knows. We all know what goes into this. It's not easy. It's really not easy. So if you see one of your favorite bands trying to take the easy way out, like the whole freaking new wave metal thing that came around, and everybody was trying to jam like Korn and Limp Bizkit instead of their actual selves, except for freaking one band, and we all know what band that was. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else was basically selling out, and that's because you're used to. Let me put it this way, okay? Say we're playing God of War. Say God of War, the video game, just came out, right? Great fighting mechanics, great freaking visuals, great freaking performance as far as the game itself runs. Everything was perfect, a masterpiece. You loved it. You couldn't wait. Could not wait till part two came out. You know what I mean? Because you're Kratos, running around teaching your boy how to do this stuff, freaking just axing the shit out of people. The whole thing is just freaking just beating the shit out. And then you finally get the chaos blades. You know what I mean? And it's just over with. It's just that's it right there, right? And we're patiently waiting like 3 years or whatever it is for the next one to come out, right? Next one comes out. Great, beautiful opening cinematic. And then Thor and Kratos are about to go at it, and all of a sudden they hop in fucking these tiny little carts and they start taking off, and the whole game is just racing like Mario Kart. Are you not going to be like, what the fuck? Because this is why. One, I fell in love with that first game. I fell in love with the way you play that first game. I fell in love with everything that has to do with that first game. And then you totally change it around on the second one. I'm not going to say it's gatekeeping as much as we liked you for a certain style. I mean, me personally, as far as like saying this band can't do this, if you change it, that's cool. I'm just gonna sit here and wait patiently until you go back to it. If you change it, that's cool. You want to experiment with things, that's cool. I get that. Totally get that. You know what I mean? Especially if you play a little bit of music, which I play very little bit of music, you're gonna understand that you want to try something different. That's cool. Or to be like, you can't really listen to that if you're into that. I don't give it. I've known dudes that have rocked out like Rain and Blood, Great Southern Tranquil, and freaking Injustice for All, and then turned it around and put on freaking Notorious B.I.G., freaking Dre, freaking Ice Cube. You know what I'm saying? To say anybody couldn't listen to the music is just blasphemy. Back when I was growing up, we didn't care what you looked like. We didn't care about any of that. We just, if we actually wanted you to go here, listen to this, and in hopes, and I know every single one of y'all's done this. You've gotten your buddy that just wasn't into metal, but you got him to a show, or you got a new album or something you were to a point where you could crank it, and you went to show this dude, and you were like, hey, check this out, you need to hear this, or check out this band that's about to crank up. You were less watching the band and more watching your buddy to see if he'd get into it, in hopes that he would have got that little flame that you got. Now, I don't know where the gatekeeping is. Like, I don't care that she went off and took off with Demi, but to say anything as far as music industry wise is Demi Lovato doing her own thing, and it was her decision. Even if it was her decision, like, I'm gonna get edgy and I'm gonna do some rock, I get that. So you know what she's gonna do? She's not gonna sit down and write a whole bunch of songs, pick up a guitar and try to freaking work out the rhythm and this and that. No, she's gonna call her managers and her producers and say, switch my image to rock. I've been doing a whole bunch of freaking drugs. I've been out of my freaking mind. I cut all my hair off. Now I want to be that dark edgy dude, just like MG Serial something, you know what I mean? Whatever the hell that dude's name is, just like that. Freaking images. Nobody tweets the thing these tweets. Nobody does the thing these do if they're not fucking delusional. You know how they can be delusional? Because they have people to let them be delusional. Us grunts, we gotta put all this work in. We gotta do all this shit to get jamming, you know what I mean? That's not how it is with her. I mean, as far as gatekeeping goes, I'm wondering if she's talking about people are talking shit to her because she did that and then came back. I don't know. But if like I said, when Machine Head came out with like a rap album, I'm like, what are you doing, dude? This sucks. I'm not a huge fan of Diablos and music. There's just so many things that I just don't agree with. You know what I'm saying? And as far as the reason is because I started getting into those bands because of the for a reason, because they sound a certain way, and I want to keep freaking hearing that a certain way. Who doesn't? That's freaking. I mean, that's what, like I said, say you go to play freaking Mario Kart, and get this, it's like, but you still have Smash Brothers. You know what I mean? If you're all into Mario Kart, you want it, but there's Smash Brothers, so now I can be Mario in a fighting game. You know what I'm saying? But it's a totally separate game. Now, if Mario Kart 2 was just like Mortal Kombat, I'd rather just go play Mortal Kombat. You know what I'm saying? That's as far as my gatekeeping type stuff goes. I mean, for one, if you're stopping anybody from wanting to hear the music, you're a douche. You know what I'm saying? For two, if you're gonna rag on her, for example, because she went and hung out with this pop star dude, she just made some money, had some fun, did some easy jams, easy relaxing jams. You know what I'm saying? Filled her pockets. Now she's back to freaking rock it out. She didn't do nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? And to like I don't know who's gatekeeping that. And if you are, like I said, you're a douchebag. But as far as complaining of the band itself trying to switch off its style, like I said, you got Mario Kart, you got Smash Brothers. They're two separate things. You know what I'm saying? Express yourself. But you gotta understand, once you put something out like an album or whatnot, it is now a product. And okay, say I'm a big fan of freaking Jack Daniels. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drink that Jack Daniels consistently, because that's what I like. That's what I'm into. If one day Jack Daniels tasted like freaking vanilla Coke, I'm gonna stop drinking it, because I drink it for that certain reason. You know what I'm saying? And to say that, to tell a fan that, oh, he's gatekeeping because of that. No, we're not gatekeeping. We're expecting something from you. You've turned yourself into a product. Now you gotta either produce this product because that's what you chose as a career, or hit a side project. You know what I mean? Or do what you're doing and then complain to us because we don't like it so much. I like, me personally, I think everything she does is cool. I don't know about the Demi Lovato stuff because I don't listen to it. And it's just that easy. I don't know, because I don't listen to it. I don't care. I'm not putting her down. If anything, I'm bringing her up. Congratulations on all the freaking money that you just made. You know what I mean? But as far as that goes, that's my opinion. Of course, I'm nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm nobody, but that's my opinion. You've shown the world that this is what you are, and since there's a dollar value to it, now now what you're doing, we're purchasing what you show and what you are. You know what I'm saying? We're this is the product we like. This is our Jack Daniels. You know what I'm saying? This is our freaking God of War. Now, like I said, when you flip it on us, why? You know what I mean? Why am I going to buy it anymore if it ain't even the same? I'm going to go find something that's like what I was looking for to begin with. That's not gatekeeping. That's not. That's holding musicians to a standard, if you would, or expecting something specific from a musician and hoping that they would deliver on it. You know what I'm saying? A little bit different, just a little bit different. But now, hold up a second, because it keeps going on. You know what I mean? And she starts talking about, it was beautiful to be part of this evolution. Um, I guess I don't know what Debbie Sasso was. Maybe that's a typo. But she was so happy on the road. You can really tell this is where she wants to be as an artist, to be, you know, whatever, to be a part of you know, in other words, to be a part of an all-female band. They're stoked that I mean, everyone from the lighting crew to the director to the production assistant, wardrobe, which I don't, if you know, if you're metal, you don't have a wardrobe. You throw your clothes on when you wake up and you get out there and you jam. You know what I mean? To me, that's a little contradicting. You know, you say I could do whatever I want, but having a wardrobe isn't really part. I don't know. I mean, Metallica probably had a wardrobe, but I don't know too many other bands that have a wardrobe on the fucking road. You know what I mean? And she was so happy that these were all women. You know what I mean? In these high positions, which is unique, right? Right? This is where I'm having a problem. Because see, as cool as Nita is, like I said, I'm not talking crap on her, but as cool as she is, she does not live in the real world. Like you're telling this to us, to people that do live in the real world. I'm gonna tell you right now, okay, at Fender Musical, right here in Corona, it's the majority of people running the show are females. And it has been for a long time, you know what I mean? A long time. Because managers that are there have been there for like 20 years plus. You know, not one department will you find, especially on the floor, that isn't ran by a woman. Maybe one or two, you know what I'm saying? But the majority. All right, check this out. You know, one of my unique talents as a profession is a forklift driver, right? Get this, you don't know how many times. All right, I worked for a place called Dart. If you ever have a, you know, Circle K soda, you know, that came from where I was working from. Now check this out. They would stack it to the ceiling. You know, they're like boxes, so screw it. Stack it all to the ceiling. You get your clamp on your forklift, you ride over to go pick them up. You're so intimidated on that stack, you're like, oh, I'm going to drop it. This is going to be horrible. You know, and the lady I used to work with, little old Hispanic lady, had to probably have been in her, like, mid 50s. You know what I'm saying? She was, you know, she was there for a minute. And she told me exactly. She was like, por favor, mijo, please move. I got this. And I'm like, how, what? You know what I mean? Like, it's, and she moved it with no problem, you know. But what I'm saying while I'm stammering is the point is, in these day-to-day, look at, all right, you ask, all right, if it, oh, Nita, you ask any one of us regular schmucks in any one of the warehouses we work at, in any one of the Stater Brothers we work at, in any one of the anything, how many people are running the show that are female? Two, are giving a shit who's running it as long as we're getting paid. You know, when you start making a certain amount of money in life, you forget that once from that level up is the world's different. From this level down, it's exactly the same. We're out here struggling. We don't care if you're a dude, a chick, a dude that wears a dress, a chick that cuts his hair. We don't. Who gives a shit? As long as we're getting paid. You know what I'm saying? Because we got a job to do, and it's a lot harder in terms of we got to work harder and get paid less. You know what I mean? If you're going to pay me to get up on a stage and jam, you know, you're going to want your money back. Two, you're living a better life than I am. And don't let me discredit that. Of course you got it because of your hard work, your determination. You play amazing. You know what I'm saying? You earned what you got. I get that. You know what I'm saying? 100%. But don't forget that we're still down here. And all this feminine bullshit, that's not in the real world. Not in the real world. You know, the Circle K down the road, 98% of the time, it's the ladies in there freaking helping and working and help. You know what I'm saying? This feminism bullshit only exists in that level up. It don't exist for us. It really don't, unless you're some kind of liberal arts student over at freaking UCR or something. You know what I mean? Other than that, the rest of us still got to get our hands dirty, still got to break our backs, still got to bust a sweat all day. We don't care if it's a chick that's handing us the freaking next product to stick in the bag, a dude, an old man. We don't care. So I kind of get a little heated about that because that only exists in your world. And as far as gatekeeping, I just, what I mean, I don't think I'm a gatekeeper. I don't think a lot of people are gatekeepers. I think it's easier for the ones with the power, the ones that are from this level up, to go ahead and tell us what we're doing wrong. Instead of looking and going, well, I put out this brutal metal album and everybody loved it, but when I put out my next one and I was trying classical, nobody liked it. You know what I'm saying? Because if I turn on the TV to go watch The Simpsons and freaking Bob the Builder's on, I'm gonna change that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? And then in the last part, I'm gonna give her some credits, dude, because it said, it being a largely sober tour was huge for her. I don't know what her past is or whatnot. She's been sober for a long time, and being in that healthy atmosphere and environment was really nice. That it was a win all the way around. I mean, I do know Debbie. I don't know much about her, but I know she did have freaking substance abuse issues. I don't know what Nita's past was, and I'm gonna congratulate anybody that if they had a problem and they don't now, that my heart goes out to you, and you're doing great. Keep going, and if you ever needed something, I'm here. That's the way I'd see it, because I myself have had a bunch of problems, this and that, and here and there. Unfortunately, like I said, I'm from this level down. So it's been a bit harder. But I mean, as far as substance goes, I'll take that back. As far as substance goes, it's hard any way around. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care who you are. I wish you the best, the very best. Keep going. You know what I mean? Keep coming back. It works if you work it. All that stuff. You know what I mean? It ain't no lie. I got you. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the gatekeeping, I just had a little twinge of an issue with it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think people were gatekeeping as much as artists aren't staying consistent. Now I know it's hard to shred all the time, but if that's what you put out as your product, to be expecting. You know what I'm saying? That's just the gist of it. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I don't think I'm a gatekeeper. I think feminism only exists in colleges and higher status people, and that's my take on this. I'm gonna have my longer video done tonight. We're gonna meet a new YouTuber. Check out his channel. We're gonna try a new preset, and then we're gonna talk about some things. So I'm only gonna say like and subscribe because they say if you say it, it's in your algorithm or something. And I want y'all to see this. So like and subscribe, but you ain't really got to. I don't give a shit if you do or not. And we'll see you the next round. All right, thank you.